Happy Friday. It's time for our voiceover only income numbers from, you guessed it, me and my dad, Todd Barsness. I've been in voiceover for 5.5 years. I think I said 6 in one of our videos. That was just rounding up. It's been about 5 years and what is it, 4 or 5 months? Something like that, April of 2021. And this year I'm trying to make 110 grand in voiceover only income. And right now I'm at 103. So it's going pretty well. Trying to make $2,100 a week. If you're new to this channel, that's what we do. We do our numbers. Dad, on the other hand, is trying to slow down his business without crashing it. He's been in voiceover for, you just started your 17th year?
Yep.
Yep. August is your August 2011?
Yep.
Yep. So he's trying to slow down and make 188 grand, which is about what, $3,500 a week?
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Got it this time, finally. If you're new to this channel, this is what we do. We do our voiceover only income numbers. We're no edits. We're no, crazy backgrounds or anything like that. Just because that's all we have basically is our numbers. And we like to be working voiceover talent. So we don't do any coaching. We don't get paid to do any coaching. And we want to keep it that way. My goal is to try and see how high I can push this thing and see what my limit is. My business is different from Dad's. I do a lot of shorter commercial corporate work and Dad made his money doing more e-learning corporate stuff. Is that a good representation of your business? You've certainly done commercial work and stuff like that, but
Yeah, you
not to
just
the
seem
extent
to
that I
have,
do.
yeah, you just seem to have more larger, little bit larger per project. I can't remember what we figured out. Maybe you're $100 more per project average. Mine might be
Hmm.
150, 175. Yours is closer to 300.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell, I think.
You've made over $2 million in what? Voiceover income
Direct
or direct
direct
marketing
email
email income?
marketing
Yeah.
income. Yeah, over 2 million. I can't remember what it
Hmm.
is. It was like 225 in the middle of the summer. So it's up
Wow.
over 230 for sure, up or maybe
Nice.
240. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's been a good thing. I've made money on a lot of money on Fiverr. I think I'm up to close to the $700,000 mark on Fiverr since March of 2016.
Wow.
I've made some on ACX, book narrating early on, voices.com, Voice 123. I was on the Voice Realm for a while, not a ton of work from them over the years, but a smattering here and there to make up some of that amount. But mostly from direct, especially direct Fiverr, then voices.com.
Nice. And you did 11 straight years of over $100,000, 9 years of over $200,000 straight, and 4 years over $300,000 straight. You've done more than $300 in all of your years.
Yeah, yeah.
But we give those numbers not as a brag or anything like that. Um, we do it as encouragement. I started from literally nothing. You did too, but you were in radio for 30 years. Not that that's a great push in the right direction, but with mic placement, maybe techniques and stuff like that. I was a personal trainer, and Dad, when COVID hit, I came home and decided to start my business. So I went from, which isn't crazy. There's other people in the industry that have done that, but I was 25 and I started. Now I'm 30, and I am finally over the six-figure mark. Did I say that? Yeah, I said I was
Yeah.
over 100, 103. So that's kind of the big goal for a lot of people in voiceover and just in general. So I'm thankful to say that the hard work and dedication I put to my business has paid off, and we're looking forward to seeing how far this goes. So,
I know sometimes you've said, Hudson, that you don't want to like there are certain people, we know certain people by name, by face. Some people watch this and we don't know them, but there's a fair amount of people that watch this every week. And
mhm,
you say, well, I shouldn't really be saying it. My goal is 210, or
mhm,
110, 2100. Dad has done all of this.
mhm.
In one sense, it is like people go, okay, we've heard that before. But the problem is there's an industry that's a rushing river that says you can't do this. or only a very, very small select few. According to the National Association of Voice Actors, NAVA, last year, the year before, and the year before, uh, approximately 75% of people make 50K or less. 16 or 15% only make 100K or less. And we've just gone on record of saying we think that's something that can change. And so that's why we do it. We say, this is what we're making, not to pat ourselves on the back or brag. It's just to say, I think if you treat it like a business and some other mindsets, no secret sauce, I think you can probably certainly make over 50K. I don't think it's that
Mhm.
hard, complex to make over
Sure.
50K. I don't even think it's that complex to build a business like you have. And here in your sixth year, early on in your sixth year, you're up over 100K.
Yeah. And I haven't done, this is not a brag or anything like that. I haven't done any coaching. I don't have a pro demo. I have my own DIY website. I've just done lots and lots and lots and lots of auditions. For the folks that are maybe new here, people have been here for a while. You've heard this, but in 2025, I did at least 7,000 auditions between ACX, Upwork, Direct Marketing, Voice123, Voices.com, VO Planet, Fiverr. I just did a ton. So, and that's where it's gotten me, and that's where I'm at now, and that seems to work. So,
Yeah, and
shall we jump into? Oh, go ahead.
well, yeah,
Sorry.
people can do, this is what we say all the time. Your business is your business. It's none of our business. We're just telling you how we run our business, and it's very different from the industry standard. And so there's a place for us in the conversation, in the discussion. And
Hmm.
the only problem I don't have any problem with people saying, well, I do a lot of coaching. Great, no problem. Make money
Yep.
doing that. I go to conferences, no problem. That's super. Just don't tell me that I can't do it this way or that I'm
Hmm.
doing it wrong. That's the problem that I have. When I start telling other people, you can't do it that way, you got to do it my way, then I say, well, that goes against, what
Hmm.
I think and what I believe. So I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to tell you what
Yeah.
I do. And it's very different from what most people say in the industry, but you can do whatever you want. And I mean that
Hmm.
wholeheartedly.
All right, let's jump into our numbers because that's what people came here, not to watch us talk.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot. All right. Once again, $2,100 a week I'm trying to make. And I got good news this week. Napa from about 2 weeks ago that I did the
You've
session
been
with
telling
them
us that, yeah.
finally came in, and it helped me out this week. So here are my numbers. 0 warm responses in direct marketing. I had a load of direct marketing auditions this week. I don't know why, but there was this one client that had like 7 of them. So that's why, I guess. That makes sense. So I had 10 direct email marketing auditions, which is a ton. Um, I do a ton of auditions on Voice123 and Voices.com, so I don't know how many I did this week, but a lot. I had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I had 8 voiceover jobs this week. I booked everything from Friday after the webinar uh, numbers here um, to Monday and didn't book anything else. I got word yesterday about the Napa
Mm-hmm.
sessions that I did 6 spots,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a really quiet week from Tuesday on. So
Slow week, but a decent week because of the Napa.
yes,
Yeah.
yep, yep. So I had 2 jobs plus Napa. Napa was $2,100, and then I had a $300 new client and a $150 new client from Voice123. So my 2 jobs and the income from 2 weeks ago that I didn't hear about was 2550 from Voice123. Direct marketing, just 2 jobs, $100 a piece for $200 from a recurring client. And then I had a $12 revision I got paid for, $15, I got 12. A $300 job, a $115 job, which was the 115 from Upwork was the job that put me over the $100,000 mark, and then a $75 job. So my total from Upwork was 4 jobs for 453. Nothing from Voices, nothing from Fiverr. Didn't do anything from ACX. VO Planet, my membership lapsed, and I'm not getting it back. I'm going to try to get more agents in place of that. So, and then nothing from my agents. So my voiceover only income this week was $3,203. So a good week there. And then I did 1 hour of editing for dad, which puts me at $20 added on top of that. $3,223 was my total for this week. So I'm not a huge fan of going multiple days without making any money, getting any
Yeah.
jobs. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But my business is a little bit more that way, and I'm gonna try my best to combat that with trying to continue to do a lot of numbers and get more agents and try to fill up my schedule as much as I can. This has probably been the slowest stretch I've had all year. My July was like $4 short of $15,000 in VO only income, so that was really nice. Right now I'm just just over 8,000, so
Hmm.
hoping to get above my 9,100, even though I'm well beyond what I need to be at, obviously at this point for the year. So anyway, that's just
It's
a
goofy, and other people will relate to this. It's goofy here. We're almost to September, and you've had two,
Mhm.
quote, slow weeks.
Sure.
And the first thing we do as solopreneurs, as voiceover actors, is say, what am I doing wrong? Instead of
Mhm.
looking at the last 9 months almost, 8 months for sure, and
Mhm.
saying, well, I did things right. Now, just keep doing those same things. Maybe tweak, maybe you have to tweak. Doubt it.
Mhm.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it. There are these somewhat small ebbs and flows, and I'm not talking about $20,000 one month and 2,000 the next, but there can be some ebbs and flows of a
Mhm.
$15,000 month and then a $10,000 month. That's not too much of an ebb and flow. That's still a
Yeah.
pretty good
Mhm.
business. So just keep
Yep.
that plugging along. For me, zero on Voice 123, $180 on Voices, Upwork nothing. Fiverr, $2,577.60. Direct email marketing,
Wow.
$4,550. So I was up over the $7,000 mark for this week in voiceover only income
Woo!
because that's all I have. And it's been a
Wow.
while since
Yeah.
I've been over the $7,000 mark. Used to be a little bit more normal before I slowed down. $7,307.60. 7307.60, which puts your income and my income at
Wow.
$10,510 this week.
$10,550.
$10,510. Yep.
Woo.
Yep. Good week for you and I.
Yeah, especially for you. Um, yeah, that's fun. You said that you had zero from Voice 123. Didn't you do a session this
Oh,
week, or
you
was
know what?
that from?
Thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me of that. They took me off and had me direct. But
Uh,
yes, I should have
mhm.
put that in there or at least gave them credit.
Sure. Hmm.
They're probably gonna work with me again, but off. And that was five hundred
Yep.
dollars. So I'm gonna
Nice.
I'm gonna change that just so
Yeah.
that we give credit for that because that's what I like to do. And I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I just remembered that, and
So
I thought
five
maybe you
hundred
had gotten it
away,
last week.
500 away from direct, which it was 4,550. Now it's $4,050. Voice one two
Nice.
three is 500.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Good
That's
week.
all for me.
Thanks for joining us again. If you're the few who show up all the time, we appreciate you guys. Um, for anybody who's new here, welcome. If you found this interesting or not, you can share it with somebody or you can not share it. You can just keep it all to yourself. Thanks for joining us. We'll be here next week no matter what, rain or shine. Have a good
See ya.
weekend. Take care. See ya.